middle belt part of Nigeria, for Tinubu and others, is to make sure that wherever they say they are strong, cut it down. And then you will see Ondo, maybe Ondo State have 1.5 million voters. They will now say APC scored 1.1 million votes. Opposition scored 250,000. They won't meet 25% there. They will ensure that they will never get 25%. Where it is presented that Tinubu is popular, APC is popular, so they are expected to. So by the time the whole result will come together, they may tell you that Tinubu only won out of 36 states. They may say he only won in 18, right? I'm sorry, 19. And the opposition won in 17. So by the time they put them together, scatter them all over the place, you will just see that, and it's very close. So what did they do to not win it? How did they manage? It's called scientific rigging. It's done. And that is why, and the only takeaway for those who are joining in is that they will all be returned. That's the promise. So if you are an outgoing governor, you can select somebody to replace you. You will win if you support Tinubu. If you are a governor going for second time, you're going to get it because they're going to do your own. If you're also a representative of National Assembly members, Senate, right? They're going to work it out for you too. So at the end of the day, they will, when you remove the presidential in this scientific rigging that you should be preparing for, and when they remove the presidency, then it will be the turn of the National Assembly, which is to be dominated as well. And that's how the entire rigging is going to play out. And people believe that the only way that won't happen is if millions of you actually participate in the charade. However, Galadima, who said none of this is going to actually save Tinubu if the election is free and fair. Is that not a wishful thinking? For somebody in Nigeria to be talking about if the election is free and fair, Tinubu can never win. So it's not a wishful thinking, a wishful thought. You know that it's not going to be free and fair of anything. You get it now? Electoral reform or anything that could actually a little bit guarantee free and fair election is never going to be passed. And whenever it is passed, it's always going to be the skeletal one that is going to work against millions of you. And I've said this before. It is not those who, not me, people have said it. It is not those of you who actually go out there to go and participate in their charade, right? That will determine the outcome of elections. But those who act behind the scene to announce the results, the INEC. I'm coming back to Buba, because to him, Tinubu will lose if there's a free and fair. Or is there going to be free and fair? Anyway, this afternoon, as Buba was pretending not to be aware what's going on, or like it's not official yet, right? They removed the NNPP or so flag from the Kano State Government House. So it began. And this was after the governor, the deputy governor, the cabinets of Kano State, the local government chairman and vice chairman, the entire Kano State House of Assembly members who are NNPP have all decided to follow in. First, they went to submit his resignation letter from the One Subs Party.
Honorable Abuse and other executive members at the NNPP of this ward. On the instruction of His Excellency to deliver specifically a letter of resignation from the NNPP. I want to hand over the letter to the chairman, and we're expected to acknowledge the
there's something I sort of detest about these guys is the fact that, and more reason why investing in their election or charade is a pure waste of time, waste of lives, waste of resources, and every waste you can think of. Okay, people reject a party that they felt like have slighted them or failed to deliver, and then they follow another ones that they believe will be different, only for these different ones to now take their mandate and give it back to the people they rejected. And they will, both of them will now come out and laugh with the people, and they expect people to, I don't understand. And that's the similar pressure they are mounting on Alex Oti in Abia, but we're going to get to that. So, Buba Galadima, none of this will save Tinubu. None of this all poaching the opposition and this. Right? Yeah.
And I can swear by the Quran that Atiku Abubakar won that election on adult suffrage. The mere fact...
He won the election?
Yes. I've said this times without number. Times without number. Even when Buhari was in power, I said it over 1 million times in the press. Buhari lost 2019 election to Atiku. The mere fact that he was not declared, the mere fact that Buhari was announced, the mere fact that the judiciary sanctioned that improbability does not mean that Atiku didn't win that election. And I stand by my words. I'm not supporting Atiku now for some obvious reasons, for example, but the truth must be told. There is no APC presidential candidate in 2027 that can get the mandate of the people if there is a free and fair election.
You are saying Tinubu will not win?
He will not win.
Despite all the defections?
If there is a free and fair election, let him try it. I challenge him.
On what template are you actually basing your argument?
You don't go to the market. You don't go to the market.
I do, even today.
Do you have any relative that goes to the farm?
Almost every other person in my family.
How many farmers are, how many percentage of Nigerian population?
They are in the majority.
And none of them, no farmer will vote for APC government because deliberately this government destroyed agriculture and the incentives to go to farm.
Okay, maybe we'll discuss this deep into the conversation.
Don't run away from this. I'm not campaigning. I'm saying the obvious.
Yes, because...
Don't run away from this.
I will not run away. I will still come back to it.
People should know, when we buy fertilizer, those of us who are farmers, for 70,000 naira per bag, the bag of millet is 16,000 today. The bag of maize is 20-something thousand. The bag of beans is 36,000.
But buyers are happy with the development.
Which means that next year there would be no incentive for anybody to go to the farm. And if they don't go to the farm, because this government has decided to import things that Nigerians can produce so that they will crash the price and deal with some parts of this country as they are doing, then there will be problem because there will be insecurity. People must eat. Because if they don't go to farm, and they have to eat, it means you cannot sleep in your house. And that makes it easy for me that the APC will lose election flat. And I can swear by the
àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ gbé kalẹ̀ yìí ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tí ọpọlọ rẹ̀ yòrò.
Who did this thing to us? May God forgive all of us.
Right.
Say, so, Galadima believes that if there is a free and fair elections, right, call or no candidate of APC will be voted for. Well, I mean, majority of them shouldn't. And I'm actually talking about not just being removed, but also being tried for treason, crime against humanity, and crime against Nigerians. But he's talking about farmers. That's quite an argument, though. If you come to think of it, a lot of people who have every sector of Nigeria that the APC, Egbekegbe, have ruined in the last 10 years can begin to pick all this side, especially that agriculture. Kolu imported 2,000 tractors or something last year. And up to this moment, right, they haven't done another ceremony then to deploy these tractors to all these farms and start showing us where these farm tools are being put to use and indeed produce. But no, they are busy plotting on how to flood Nigeria with imported food. We still make them look good a little bit, while the core heart of the economy continues to pass away. But anyway, it is just one of the many problems, including insecurity. But we're going to get to that one. Let's still continue talking about pushing the opposition states. Mounting pressure, while some are already falling, others are still holding on, like Abia State. Benjamin Kalu, who prides himself as number 6 in Nigeria. They call him number 6. Benjamin Kalu, the deputy speaker of the House of Representatives, has been at the forefront of those who have been given an open invitation to Alex Otti of Abia State. On the one hand, they said if he joins APC, all right, they believe that Abia State will benefit even more. But presently, no matter what Alex Otti is doing for them in Abia State, it is just superficial. It's just like, a scratch compared to what the state has been collecting in allocation, their own arguments. And my own ask is this. If this guy sees Alex Otti as being hyped, if they have to compare what Abia State received in the last 2.5 years when he became governor, or since he became governor, if they have to compare that with what he has achieved, and in which they claimed is below average. So presuming at the moment he joins APC, all those things will no longer become below average. But it's just mere politics, right? Now, Benjamin Kalu has now given another press conference where he declared that the window for Alex Otti to join the APC and keep his job, his seat as Abia State governor in 2027, from 2027, is now closed. Meaning they have now appointed who is going to replace him. That they will mobilize the people of Abia State to get him or get rid of him. The issue now is that the APC, Egbekegbe, and their own plots would have the people in Abia State to contend with on one hand. Some of them are already saying they've had enough of them. So the clash of the titans, how it's going to play out, okay? This will be the kickoff. Now that they do not want Alex Otti in APC anymore, but to get rid of him in 2027.
Actually, the governor, I was asking him, I'm not asking him anymore. Let it be clear. I was asking the governor to join APC because he was one of us. He was one of us. He was one of those that strengthened his party in this state. And I know knew that he's joining ABC will open more doors for Abia State, whether anybody likes it or not. And we did it from here to the kingdom come. It's not because if he's in the opposition, he will not have access to the things he's doing. There is collaboration in political movement. There is synergy in political movement. And I felt Abia was isolated when the likes of his brother governors sit down to push for anything that will benefit the Southeast and the various states will benefit from. I felt that Abia would be left outside the door. And I said it would be good for him to come up. But moreover, he's my friend. Many people don't know that he was my friend before politics. He remained my friend after born out of sincerity of purpose. If Evanoti had hearkened to that call, I don't think Abians would be disadvantaged by it. Moreover, what is wrong in a friend asking his friend, come, let's continue from where you started? What's wrong there? And like you rightly pointed out, the pressure is there from different quarters. You are a possible person to run for this position against your friend. Why are you calling him to come? Because if he comes, you may not have the chance. And the truth remains that I wanted him to come, to take over. And I would support him if he had come. If he had listened to us that time, definitely we will all queue around him. That would have demystified that assumptions from propagandists who are saying he's running for governor, he's not running. But if he refused to come like he has refused to come, party will choose somebody who it is only natural for them to choose somebody to run for that. We're not going to leave it back. I'm not saying it's going to be me, but I wanted it to be him because it was part of us we built together. That's the truth. So when people go with the narratives that are even blocking from coming into the party, say, I've spoken to him privately, send him private messages, urge him to pray about it, because I meant well. And now we cannot extend that invitation forever. He's a man, he knows what he wants, and take a decision. And I have nothing against whatever decision he has to make. Whatever he sees us do is it's not personal, it's purely politics. So to answer your question, the time I invited him, I wouldn't have minded. Him taking charge as the governor, because it's the culture of our party that any governor that comes in takes over. If he comes in today, he takes over. We all support him. That's a fact. So it's nothing personal to him. When I hear people say, I want to stop him from nothing like that. And there's nothing wrong if a political party goes about scouting for membership. If I reach out to him and say, come and be our member, just like I reach out to so many people. In the past, I reach out to Governor T.O.G. I said, come and be our member. He said, he's already with you people. My wife is already with people. And we kept pushing. Today, he's part of us. Governor Bazo has not joined us as a member of APC. Still in PD, but I'm still reaching out. Asking him, come on, this is where I'm extending the thing to my friend Governor Alex. At the same time, we are extending to Big Governor Harry. I said, come, let's build a formidable platform we can use to be relevant at the center and also impactful at the local level. So that is, I'd like to answer your question. It was nothing selfish. So if it was self-centered, I would be one of those blocking him. If it's just I want to be governor by all means, I want to go and run for governor, I'm not declared. I would have blocked. I said no, he should not come in. But I'm the one here singing to him, come, let's build together. Come, let's build together. I think I did what I was supposed to do as a party leader and as a member of